What's up, everybody? You're very welcome along to tonight's stream. There's loads of stuff for us to get through as always. I hope that you're all keeping well. I hope that you're all healthy and safe and the sun is shining wherever the hell in the world you are. As I said, ladies and gents, there has been some news today. Now, it isn't full of transfer gossip and transfer rumours, but we still do have quite a bit to get through. So look, let me start off by saying if you're new to the channel or joining us for the first time, why not help us out on the road to 40k? Hit that subscribe button, give us a massive thumbs up on the stream as well, because we've got to have a lot of exciting stuff going on tonight, ladies and gents. As always, we've got to as well, though. Do you know what I mean? You've got to live up to this shit. How are we, everybody that's in the chat? Welcome to all our members, all of our subscribers, and maybe some new people as well. Right, let me get straight into it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of talk about Mohamed Salah today being absent from training. So it looks as though Mohamed Salah, Andy Robertson and Adrian all missed training today. It's not known why the guys didn't take part. At least I hadn't seen any rumour as of yet. But it's potential injury scare to Mo and Robbo. That's not what we want at the Merseyside derby being 2 weeks away, is it? So I hope. I mean, maybe you guys have heard something that I've missed out on, but from what I've read today, there was no reason given for Mohamed Salah, Andy Robertson and Adrian not being there at training. I know there's rumours going around that Salah has an injury, and if that is the case, then hopefully it's not too serious and hopefully he's going to be available, because we're under 2 weeks now until the Merseyside derby and we don't want to be without our left back and one of our best players as well. I mean, our left back is also one of our best players, but yeah, we don't want to be without Mohamed Salah, and we definitely don't want to be going into that game without Andy Robertson as well. Adrian, look, that's not too bad as long as Alisson Becker is fit and he's back training as we've seen, so not too bad on that one. But yeah, less than 2 weeks to go, ladies and gentlemen, until the Reds are back in action finally in what seems like an eternity. And there's loads of news that actually came in quite late this evening, so I will go through that as the stream goes on as well, and then I'll take all of your comments a bit later on in the stream, as we always do. Again, we're only, I think we're like 25 subscribers or something like that away from hitting 38k, so it would be lovely to do that on tonight's stream if you're new to us. Right, let me get into the breaking news. I did say there was a bit of breaking news tonight, and the FA are hoping to move the transfer window so that it runs between August and October. October the 2nd is the date that's been mooted as a potential closing date. Now, this has to be ratified yet. It isn't definitive, but it's just something that broke on Sky before I came on the stream. I was just flicking through my phone, got an alert, seen it come up. So, again, I want to know what you guys think about that one. The French League have opened their transfer window because, of course, they've finished the season. So I think their window opened today, and it's still up in the air as to what other clubs or other leagues, I should say, around Europe are waiting to do. But it's looking like the Premier League are looking to have the window between August and then close at the beginning of October. October 2nd is being mentioned, or muted. Muted is the phrase, isn't it? What do I say? Muted. I knew as I was right that word earlier on, by the way. I was going to make a holy hames of it. So yeah, it's been mooted. I'm going to have to keep making sure I over pronunciate that one as the date that it closes. But look, there is something that came out today that I wanted to have a chat about, and that is the potential of players that might move on in this summer to help Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp, raise money to bring in transfers. Now, these are players that I've seen mentioned in numerous articles, and I want to get your take on it, ladies and gentlemen. I will pause for comments after it, but let me just take a look through the players that could realistically be sold this summer and some realistic prices, and the prices are ones that I put on them. These aren't prices I've seen elsewhere. These are just my ideas for potential ones. So look, let's open up the list and see who we've got here. So who do we sell in this upcoming window? Let's start with the obvious one, Loris Karius. We know that he's coming back from Besiktas, and we know that he's got no future at Liverpool Football Club. That's something that's been blatantly obvious for a long time now. So Loris Karius, in my humble opinion, I think we could probably get between 8 and 10 million pound for. He's been rumoured to be of interest to Hertha Berlin. Whether that comes to fruition or not, I don't know, but I would expect Karius to go back to Germany. I think I've also seen at some point him linked with Porto, but I'm not sure quite how strong that link was. But for me, again, with Loris Karius, I'm thinking somewhere between 8 to 10 million perhaps. I'd love to know what you guys think on that one. Please do let me know in the comments section. The next one is one that I keep mentioning, and I think I've been mentioning this guy for probably the last 2 or 3 transfer windows, and that is, of course, Dejan Lovren. Now, Dejan Lovren had been linked with a move to Italy. He's been linked as a potential replacement for Manchester United's Chris Smalling, who is on loan at Roma right now. It looks like Roma might actually keep Chris Smalling, but Dejan Lovren, for me, I think if the right offer comes in, the club will be looking to move him on. I don't know how much we'd get from him, but as a guess, and again, I'd love to know your thoughts on this. As a guess, I would say possibly 12 to 15 million pound maybe for Dejan Lovren in the current financial climate, and bear in mind that he is the wrong side of the 30 now as well. So yeah, Lovren, let's go 12 to 15 million. If you disagree with me or you agree with me, I'd love to know in the comment section below. N Sharpie said, love that shirt. Thank you, mate. I love it as well. It's the blackout shirt from this season, and I don't wear it all that often. I kind of keep it up because I don't want it to get ruined, because I have plans on framing it when the season's over and, you know, the Reds have won the Premier League and all that. Right, the next one is probably the most contentious, well, maybe the second most contentious of the players that I'm going to talk about, and that is Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson is somebody, ladies and gents, who has probably divided our fan base more than most of the other players I'm going to mention here tonight. Wilson is doing quite well. I think he scored 7 goals so far this season on loan at Bournemouth, and that loan has officially been extended, by the way, to the end of the season. That broke earlier on today. It was expected to happen. We'll probably see the same happen as well with Raheem Brewster at Swansea, but Harry Wilson for me, and again, these aren't players that I'm saying are going to be sold this summer. These are just players that I've seen mentioned across various articles from Liverpool fan sites and in the media as well, as potentially being able to be sold, or available to be sold, I should say, this summer. So Harry Wilson to me, and just bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, bear with me, because I know there are people who are going to say he's a set-piece specialist, he can score goals, and he could do a job for us. I've always thought that he's just a little bit short of what we need at Liverpool Football Club. And look, he's young enough, not as young as a lot of people think, but he's young enough to still go on and prove himself. But for me, if the right offer came into Liverpool Football Club, I think that they would move him on, or they'd be interested in moving him on. The figure that I've gone for here for Wilson, and bear in mind we're talking about a different financial climate right now, I've gone for somewhere between 18 to 25 million pound. Again, I'd love to know what you guys think on that, and I'd love to know what your thoughts are on Wilson as a player, whether you'd like to keep him at the club or not. The next one is definitely the most contentious one for me that I'd seen mentioned, and this is Divock Origi. Now, I'm a massive fan of Divock. I don't want Divock Origi to go anywhere. I don't think that he is at the level just yet to be a regular starter for us, but it's also important to remember that Divock Origi hasn't even gotten to his prime yet. The guy has 2 or 3 years before he'd get into the category or the age bracket of where you'd consider a forward to be in their prime. So for me, this was a bit of a shock to see Divock Origi's name mentioned, and I've seen actually a few Liverpool fans on various platforms that I read up and stuff in the comment sections talking about Divock Origi being sold. It's genuinely something that would shock me if it happened, I have to say, but he is somebody that's been mentioned in these articles, so I just thought I'd throw a figure out there for Divock of maybe 25 to 30 million pound in the current climate. Again, if you think that's high or low, please do let me know in the comment section. The next one is one that I think is nailed on to move on this summer, and that is Shaqiri. Shaqiri is somebody who I often get some flack off my fellow Liverpool fans because I don't rate him that highly, and I don't understand why a lot of people seem to think that he's the reincarnation of Kenny Dalglish to some extent. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I think he's a decent backup player that was worth a punt at the money that we paid for him because of the relegation clause in his Stoke contract, but I don't see why we wouldn't move him on if the right offer came in. There's been talk of potential move to Spain, and for Shaqiri, this is the one I struggle with the most actually, because it's easy to just think of what we paid for him and just say, well, maybe we can recoup that. And then you think, well, actually, do you know what? He's a Champions League winner. He's a Swiss international. He's played for Bayern Munich. He's played at a high level. He's at Liverpool. Should probably be worth more. I've gone for 12 to 15 million because I think the current window, that's probably all we get from him. I was maybe a little bit, maybe 15 to 20, but I'm trying to be realistic because a lot of the time when I see people talking about transfers going out of Liverpool Football Club, their valuations are far too high just so they can give us more money to sell or to buy players with, I should say, at the end of it. So for me, Shaqiri, I've gone on the low side. I've gone 12 to 15 million for him. And the last one is potentially Marko Grujic. Now, I know Connor, and I'm with Connor on this one, thinks that Marko Grujic should get an opportunity at Liverpool Football Club. We'd seen figures of around 40 million mentioned for him last year. Now, this is obviously before the coronavirus came in and the whole world of football was turned upside down. Well, the whole world was turned upside down, but Marko Grujic is a noodle scratcher, as I like to say. It's one that I would like to see given a chance. I really, really would. But if we were to sell him, as highly as he's regarded in Germany and as well as he's playing, I think maybe 18 to 25 million as well for Marco Grujic. Now, taking all of the lower estimates of the players that I've spoken about there, ladies and gents, if Liverpool were to move them all on, and they most probably won't move them all on, let's be fair, but if they were to move them all on, I reckon we could probably raise somewhere in the region of 90 million, maybe a few quid more. Another thing that I'd also like to mention around this, by the way, is John Aldridge's latest piece in The Echo. He did an opinion piece on there, and in that piece, he asks us as fans to trust Jurgen Klopp and the owners. And you know what? I agree with what John Aldridge said in that article, and to be fair, most of the time I do agree with what Aldo has to say because he's a top lad, but I think that they've earned our belief and our trust at this moment in time. It's very easy, and I got angered as much as anybody else when the whole thing for Timo Werner went tits up, but it's very angry to be reactive and to come on here and just shout from the rooftops and moan and bitch and cry about it. But I think what John Aldridge says is right. The owners, Michael Edwards, Jurgen Klopp, the coaching team, they have earned our belief. They've earned the right for us to sit back and trust them, because we didn't sign many players last summer. Yes, we signed Harvey Elliott. We went out and signed Sepp van den Berg as well, I think, and maybe a couple of other youngsters. But we also went on and absolutely bitch-slapped the Premier League and won it at a canter. Well, will win it at a canter, potentially breaking Manchester City's 100-point barrier in the process, and that is without going out and adding first-team starters to the team. So I kind of agree with what John Aldridge has to say. And again, I'm going to stop for comments now and see what you guys think about this one. And do you have trust in Jurgen Klopp and the owners right now? Or are you going to be a little bit tetchy this summer when it comes to transfers? Are you expecting Liverpool to go out there and do some business, ladies and gents? Right, Grujic is a baller, said Gerps. Grujic, the Serbian Javi, said Just Abdul. Signed Adama, Traore and Timo Werner, said Yannick. Grujic for 25 million or so, said Shea Trainer. Grujic is a baller. Loads of Grujic comments, love to see it. I'd like to have Grujic get a chance, said Ash. Do you still think Lallana could go? He's gone, has he? Adam Lallana is gone, and the reason that I haven't mentioned him in that list there is because, well, he's not gone yet, but his contract's up at the end of the season, and he will go on a free contract, as will Nathaniel Klein. And the reason I did mention him is because we won't get any money from him. He's a free agent and he can leave the club for absolutely nothing. Doesn't even have to tell Liverpool where he's going because he has seen out his contract. And like any player that sees out his contract, I wish him the best. They've done nothing wrong. They've been at Liverpool. He's been nothing but a professional since he's been here, and he's fulfilled his contract, which is all that we ever can ask of a footballer. So wherever he may go, I do wish Adam Lallana the best with the remainder of his career, because he's obviously a very talented footballer. But yeah, the reason I didn't mention him there is because we won't get any money from him. It's as simple as that. Casper said Cabbage, which is Dejan Lover and friendly who doesn't know, 15 to 20 million. Harry Wilson, 20 to 25 million. Shaqiri, same, 20 to 25. Origi, he's gone for the 20 to 30 million mark. Karius, 5 to 10. And Marco Grujic, 10 to 15 million. And Liverpool Never Walk Alone echoes what I'm saying and what all they're saying, and says, everybody trust Klopp for fuck's sake. And you know what? I agree with you, man. I absolutely agree with you and John Aldridge. Carroll for free would be decent. He absolutely would not, mate. The last thing we need is Andy Carroll's fucking attitude coming into this group of players. Not a chance, pal. Not a chance. Would you? Can you imagine Jurgen Klopp sitting down to talk to Andy Carroll and trying to discuss about behaviour and about trying to, you know, make sure that you're not late for training, make sure you don't do anything wrong, don't fall off any fucking bar stools would be the first part of the conversation. So yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Connor said, watch Lallana end up somewhere like Inter Milan, mad like that, or else Newcastle. Inter Milan's supposed to be interested in Shaqiri, said Willow. Brilliant. And I mean that sincerely, because I want as much interest in any of these potential players that are available for sale as possible. So again, I'd love to know if you'd seen perhaps Willow, how much he'd been linked with a move away for. Right, the next thing I want to talk about tonight is probably the most debatable of all the things that I'm going to talk about. So right, let me just get ready with the next image there, ladies and gentlemen. Right, so as you can see, you've got an image there that says Trent Alexander-Arnold's our most valuable player, and you're probably wondering where the fuck we came up with this from. Well, the CIES Football Observatory, who we've spoken about many times, they have this algorithm that they run to try and get the inherent value of players. They take into account a load of factors, their age, how many games they've played, how many goals they've... Loads of things that's way above my pay grade anyway. But the CIES Football Observatory believes that Trent Alexander-Arnold is the most valuable player at Liverpool Football Club and the fourth most valuable player in the world. In the world, ladies and gentlemen. They value Trent at a whopping €171 million. Just behind Kylian Mbappe, who tops the list at €259 million. Raheem Sterling is in second place on the list, valued at €194 million. And Jadon Sancho comes in third place on that list, valued at £179 million. Other players who were mentioned, Liverpool players who were mentioned in the Football Observatory list were Mohamed Salah, who came in sixth place with a value of €145 million. I think personally that's on the low side. Sadio Mane was in seventh place on the list with a value of €139 million, which again I think is very low. And Roberto Firmino was in 11th place with a value of €118 million. Now, here's where I laughed at the list, because I went through it, and you know what? You can understand, you can make an argument for a lot of the players that are on that list, but where they lost me was they had Mason Mount on that list of the most valuable players in the world, and Virgil van Dijk wasn't on the fucking list. At least not the one I seen. Mason goddamn Mount was valued at more than Virgil van Dijk. I don't know what the fuck they were smoking, snorting, drinking, sipping, inhaling. I haven't got a clue. But how on earth anybody in the right mind can take Mason Mount and place his value above Virgil van fucking Dijk? I do not know. You were talking about somebody who was robbed of the Ballon d'Or last season, somebody who won an award for the best player in the world, and he gets overlooked in a list for Mason Mount? Now, I don't want to trot on Mason Mount, because Chelsea fans might be watching this and going, well, Mason Mount's a damn good player, and look, he's your player, have at it, but don't come at me and tell me that he's worth more money than Virgil van Dijk. That is absolute bollocks of the highest order. But I do like the fact that Trent Alexander-Arnold's valued at €171 million. I'm not going to lie about that one. That's pretty good. What do you think? Do you disagree or agree with that, ladies and gentlemen? I've gone through again. Top of the list, Kylian Mbappe at €259 million. Raheem Sterling in second place at €194 million. Jadon Sancho in third at €179. And then Mo Salah was in sixth. Sadio Mane in seventh at values of €145 million and €139 million respectively, with Roberto Firmino in 11th place with a value of €118 million. Again, as I do say, they do take into account a load of factors in there when they come to that one, but to put Mason Mount on a list and not have Virgil van Dijk on it, you've lost me at that one. Do you know what I mean? You've absolutely lost me at that one. We should buy Werner. Forget this. Where's the 300 million gone? Again, that's obviously somebody who hasn't got a fucking clue that the world is upside down right now, pal. And that Liverpool Football Club and other Premier League clubs could lose anywhere between 70 and €150 million or £1 I should say, over the next 12 months. So, where's the money gone? I think that answers the question about where the money's gone. A little LFC boy said VVD robbed again. Spot on. When you're right, pal. Casual guy just said Mason Mount with some laughing emojis. Again, look, ladies and gentlemen, we're really close to hitting 38,000 subscribers. So if you are enjoying the stream, you know what to do. Smash your like on the stream. Hit that subscribe button as well. Be brilliant to hit it on this stream. I'd love to do it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So again, if you are with us for the first time, please do hit that button. What else have we got? It's because Mount is English and prices for English players are crazy, said Seamus Moore. Farewell, just 3 letters, lol. Straightforward, to the point. I like it. Alejandro said Mount hasn't shown too much yet, but I do believe since he's so young that he's a coach that trusts him. I think he should be on that list, but I don't know how high they'd place him. Well, look, the point I was making, mate, is that Van Dijk isn't on that list anywhere, and Mason Mount is. And when you're talking about the most valuable players in the world right now, if Chelsea were to put Mason Mount up for sale tomorrow and Liverpool were to put Virgil van Dijk up for sale tomorrow, I think we all know who'd go for more money. Let's be realistic about it, even allowing for the fact that Van Dijk is 27, 28 years of age. Who's fifth? Heskey, said Jordan. Well in, mate. That made me smile. Well in. So again, let me just run through some more news. So my latest bullshit rumour of the day, and you do know I like a good bullshit rumour on the stream, ladies and gentlemen, is this one. My bullshit rumour of the day is that there have been a load of reports suggesting that Liverpool, well, the one that I'd seen it on, and look, I'm going to read this out because my latest bullshit rumour comes from the always hilarious 90 Min, who claim that Liverpool are considering a move for Celtic forward and Edouard. Really, motherfuckers? Really? You really think that Liverpool are looking up at Celtic and going, yep, and Edouard, that's who we need. Fuck this Timo Werner nonsense. We don't want your Kylian Mbappe. Don't even talk to me about a Kai Havertz or a Houssem. We want and Edouard. Really? Don't think so, ladies and gentlemen. That is my bullshit rumour of the day. And as I said, I often do see stuff from 90 Min, who I don't know anybody at, so I don't mean to belittle the site, but it does talk horse shit most of the time, to be fair. And some of the people that I know that I'm going to bite my tongue. I'm just calling it my bullshit rumour of the day. Put it that way. I think there's absolutely no way on earth Liverpool are in for Edouard. If Andy Carroll comes in, Craig, we all have to buy his hay for his staples, said Willow. That's brilliant, Willow. Oh, you said it, not me. So do you know what I mean? Don't come at me. Buy Koulibaly or Upamecano. Oh, Christ almighty, mate. You know what? I'm going to just kick you out just because you suggested that we buy Koulibaly. That's enough for me to get rid of you, because anybody who thinks Liverpool Football Club are realistically going to go out and sign fucking Koulibaly needs their head examined, mate. Honestly, just stop. Edouard is a beast at own ornament. He's not really though, mate. He's pretty average, to be fair. He's definitely not a beast, and he's not good enough for Liverpool Football Club, in my humble opinion. Liam Costa said, Craig, you should grow a beard. Do you know what, Liam? I'm going to be honest with you, mate. I can't grow a beard. If I could grow a beard, I would have one. I'm not going to lie about it. I'd have a nice stubbly beard, but I can't grow one, mate. So, do you know what I mean? I'm like a prepubescent child. Look at this, baby face and all, 38 years of age, can't even grow a beard. What have we got? Casual Guy, thank you for the super chat, mate. Jordan Henderson equals £500 million. I'm not going to argue with you. And do you know what? To celebrate your super chat, mate, we'll break out Newland. Who wants to see a bit of Newland? Go on, son. Go on. Big fish, little fish, cardboard box. Go on, son. Go on. That's what we do when we get a super chat. Newland, he's been sitting there patiently waiting for someone to whack in a super chat so we could bust a move. He must be on the same stuff as the people at the CIES Football Observatory that think that Mason Mount's worth more than Virgil van Dijk. I wonder if they're dropping the same acid that Newland there is. Go on, son. Go on. That Newland's been dropping. Go on, son. Love it. Jadon Brooks said, I think we need a midfielder. It depends. I don't think we need what I'd call a central midfielder, mate. I think we need an attacking midfielder, if that makes any sense. The balls on the man are probably worth that value. Hashtag Hendro, says Alejandro. I love that our captain's getting so much props, shall we say, because I think our midfield is often overlooked. When people talk about Liverpool Football Club, I think they undervalue how good our midfield really is, because look at who we have. Jordan Henderson, criminally underrated by so many people. Gini Wijnaldum, one of the most versatile midfielders in Europe. Somebody who just gets better season after season. Fabinho, who, yes, has gone through a bit of a sticky patch, but is one hell of a good holding midfielder. And then you look at James Milner, the Benjamin Button of football. Somebody who just gets better with age, like a fine wine. Who else have we got in there? Curtis Jones coming through. One of the best outstanding young talents in the game. Who else have we got in midfield that I'm forgetting about? Lallana's moving on as well. I know there's somebody else. Oh, Naby Keita, of course, who we've yet to see the best of. And Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, who we all love dearly. I absolutely love Chambo. Love him to bits. So happy he's at the football club. I remember when he signed for us, some Arsenal fans came in mocking us, thinking that they absolutely did us and robbed us when we signed him. And then he comes in, Coutinho fucks off to Barcelona, and he turns into, I don't know, the reincarnation of... I'm saying reincarnation a lot today, haven't I? He turns into prime Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. That's what he did. And on that run to the Champions League final, the year we lost to Real Madrid, he was simply sensational until he picked up that injury against Roma. So, again, I think we're quite stacked in midfield. But we do perhaps need another addition on the front foot. So maybe a Kai Havertz, maybe Houssem, somebody like that. Todd Cantwell, oh mate. John, that's a great show. I've been talking about Todd Cantwell for months on this channel as somebody who I'd personally love to see Liverpool go out and get, because he'd probably be a realistic transfer fee, and I think there's one hell of a good footballer in there. He actually reminds me a little bit of Lallana in that he has a really good footballing brain, very good in tight spaces, plays off that left-hand side mostly, I think, for Norwich, if my memory serves me correct. And I'd like Todd Cantwell. And I remember James Pearce saying that we were interested in him, but he wasn't very high on our list of priorities at the time. And maybe that priority list has changed because of the coronavirus and the way the football financial landscape is. So, yeah, it's a good show. It's a good show. And give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, ladies and gentlemen, for Todd Cantwell in the chat. What do you think about him? Would you like to see him at the club, or do you think that we could do better? I mean, bear in mind, he's still a developing player. And we missed out on James Maddison from Norwich, and I think he's probably the next big thing to come out of that Norwich. What's the phrase I'm looking for? Production line. Yes, that's the phrase I'm looking for. Donny van de Beek said, Ellie, I think probably Manchester United or Real Madrid. At a guess, I'd say Real Madrid, because they've been trying to get Donny van der Beek for a couple of windows now, and Ajax have said that he will go this summer if the right offer comes in, that they won't stand in his way. Right, let me go through the thoughts on Todd Cantwell. So, most of you guys, Liverpool You Never Walk Alone, Liam Costa, Dylan Cooney, Rob Shepherd, Mark Hendley, Dan the Little Man, what have we got? All saying yes, yes, yes. The only one pissing on our cornflakes is Shay. I want Kai Havertz, trainer, which I'm going to nickname you Shay, because you're always banging on about how much you love Kai Havertz. Yeah, most people seem to think that decent. What have we got? Super chat from Azzy. Thank you very much. Let me just get Newland out for a little boogie just to say thank you for your super chat. Go on. Anyway, as he said, we need strength and depth. Not many will get into our 11. The problem is not many players would sign to be sporadic or rotational players. Azzy, thank you so much for the super chat, mate. That does mean a lot to us. And with regards to your comment, it is difficult, yeah. And it's one of the reasons, perhaps, apart from the financial aspect of it, that Timo Werner wasn't fully convinced to wait around to see if Liverpool went and triggered that release clause or renegotiated a lower price, because he may not have been guaranteed the minutes. And that is a conversation that we keep having with Liverpool Football Club and our manager in particular. It's very difficult to look at that front three and go, yeah, I back myself to go in there and do a job. I just think, I keep saying the same thing, we're going to probably play 60, 65 games next season, and we're going to have to rotate. So, yeah, I get it, but it must be difficult, alright. I gather from the outside, you're going to have a big personality and a lot of belief to look at our team and go, yeah, let's come in. Look at this trolling gobshite. You can't even spell Timo, you fucking window licker. If you're gonna come in and have a pop with us, mate, like all trolls, you're just living up to it. You absolute fucking clown. Learn how to spell, mate. If you're gonna come in and troll me, I'll type out your trolling for you. If you want to look good, just ask me. I'll do your job for you, you fucking clown. God almighty, mate. Yeah, you can talk about Timo Werner all you want, but the fact of the matter is, bitch, we're top of the league. We won the Super Cup. We're the reigning European champions. We're the reigning world champions. And you're fucking fighting for a place in the Champions League next season at best. So don't come in and troll the king, mate. Don't come in and troll the best team in the world, because we don't give a fuck what you have to say, mate. You can't even spell Timo. Fuck's sake, mate. Shame on you, sir. Shame on you. Right, what have we got? I think we're only targeting creative midfielders and attackers as a sub. We'll get somebody good. The rest of the positions will defo cover through youth. That Alejandro. I do love reading out that name, mate. It makes me feel all foreign and exotic. If you could wear one number at Liverpool, what would it be? Ooh. Well, for me, it would be number 1, Tom, because I was a goalkeeper in my younger days. So, yeah, I'd go with number 1. Who earned our trophies you bought? What? We earned our trophies, you bought it. Sorry, Gabrielle, I was a bit confused by where you were going there. Craig, do you think Curtis Jones will have his big breakthrough this season, said Antio Chill? I do indeed. I think Curtis Jones, I've said this numerous times, but I think he will step right into that Adam Lallana position and Really step up. And one thing I love about Curtis Jones, you heard me say earlier on that a lot of players will look at this Liverpool team and be a bit intimidated and be a bit worried about perhaps being able to find their place. I don't see that worry in Curtis Jones. That young man backs himself and I fucking love it. I absolutely love the interview where he said that he's almost knocking a manager's door, trying to break it down to get more opportunities. And every time he's been given an opportunity, whether it be the winning penalty against Arsenal in the League Cup, whether it be the goal against Everton as well, the kid just keeps stepping up and improving. So yes, I absolutely believe that he will have a breakthrough season. He's one hell of a footballer. Hang on, can you hear that? Oh, it's that little Chelsea bitch. Yeah, no, he's hitting the thumbs down button. Yeah, he's hitting the thumbs down button. Oh, diddums! Do you know what though? Feel free to hit back Uncle Craig, mate, and I'll help you get yourself an edumacation. And I do call it edumacation on purpose, by the way. Shout out to Bernie Mac, even though he's brown bread, but I still love Bernie Mac. One of my favourite comics of all time. Curtis Jones is my cousin, said Dermot Jones. There you go, Dermot. Get him on the show, mate. Do you know what I mean? Don't be dropping names, mate, unless you can back it up. So, Dermot, you know we love you, pal. Me and you besties, Dermot. If you want Curtis, get him on the show. Do you know what I mean? Me and Curtis, I can feel the vibe already. It's happening. Can you feel it? I can feel it. Can you feel it? I can feel it. Feel for you, baby. Feel for you, baby. I can feel it. Can you feel it? And I'm not even on what Newland's on, by the way. I haven't even had a drop of what Newland's on. What do you reckon to Minamino next season? Said Direct Auto Car Z. That is a belter of a name, sir. I think we're going to look back in a year's time at that 7.25 million quid and just all sit around and point at each other and laugh because it will be such a bargain. Much like when we signed Robbo. I think Takumi, everything I've heard about this guy, he's very aware of what he needs to work on. He's very aware of the tactical side of the game, and listening to his former coach talk about him as well, the guy who managed him at Salzburg, he just did nothing but sing his praises and said that he fully believes that Takumi Minamino will understand what's required of him at Liverpool. May take a little bit of time to adapt to Jurgen Klopp's methods and of course the Premier League, but again, it's just another amazing piece of business. The one story that I always laugh at with regards to Minamino is, and I don't know how true this is, but I definitely read it somewhere, that Manchester United were willing to put in an offer of around 20 million quid for Minamino because they didn't know that he had a release clause, whereas Michael Edwards knows everything. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing that Michael Edwards does not know about transfers. So, yeah, that makes me laugh all the time. Get Curtis Jones on the show, said Scotty. Yes, definitely. Pineapple Jack said X Factor is waiting for me. They've cancelled it, mate. They heard that I was coming and they cancelled it because they just thought, what's the point? Do you know what I mean? What's the point in anybody else showing up where the fucking reincarnation, I did it again, of Adele is here in male form? Do you know what I mean? You see Naby, what have we got? Can you see Naby going if we got a good offer? Said Azzy. No, mate. I absolutely can't. I can't see him going anywhere. And Jurgen Klopp, Dom, how are you, Dom? By the way, say hello to Dom in a second. Lovely to see you in, pal. And I must get Dom on for a chat. Dom is a Manchester City fan, by the way. Dominic Rich FC in the chat there, and he makes really good videos. Don't hold the fact he's a City fan against him. I can promise you, Dom is one hell of a nice fella. And lovely to see you in the chat, Dom. I hope you're keeping well, sir. But anyway, back to Naby Keita. No, I don't think I think Jurgen Klopp's belief has been unwavering in Naby Keita. I remember speaking to James Pearce about this, name drop. Or was I speaking to Graham Hunter about this, name drop? I might have been speaking to Guillaume Balaguer about this, name drop. Do you know what? It was probably Jamie Webster I was speaking to about it, name drop. Maybe it was Jan Fjorthoff, name drop. Anyway, I was talking to somebody about this, and yeah, they believe that it's unwavering, and it was James Pearce. That he said that he's unwavering in his belief of Naby Keita, and I'm the same. I've been saying from day one, he hasn't hit the heights that we expected of him yet, but I think Naby Keita is going to be a wonderful player. I really, really do. I think he's going to earn and deserve that number 8 shirt. And look, it's a big weight on his shoulders taking that number 8 shirt that used to belong to Stevie G, but it's massive. I think he's going to have a great season. I really do. Craig, what's your issue with 90 minutes? And then someone says Grizz. What's Grizz got to do with 90 minutes? I'm confused by that one, mate. No, my issue is that most of the stuff that they put out there is complete horseshit. That's the only issue I have with them. I don't have issues with anybody in particular because I don't know anyone that's involved with 90 minutes, but every time I see an article, it just reeks of horseshit to me every time I see it. But that's just my opinion. If anybody else likes it or goes and thinks that it's great, have at it. I'm entitled to my opinion. Other people are entitled to theirs. I just think, like many others, I just think it's one of those sites that's just clickbait central, and that's just my opinion of it. Look, one thing you're always going to get from me on here is blunt honesty. I'm not going to be everybody's favourite person. In fact, a lot of people probably think I'm a prick, but you know what the difference between me and all these people that think I'm a prick are? Is that I have the courage and my convictions to come on and say what I actually fucking think, rather than saying what people want to hear or licking up to people to get further in my career. Because I don't give a fuck about money. I don't give a fuck about making a career out of this. I'm here to talk to Liverpool fans and give my honest opinion. Other people lick ass, play the game, and try and get involved in the little cliques that are in this industry to try and make their way along. I'm not that person. I'm going to be on here and I'm going to say what the fuck I think. And if people don't like it, they can kiss my ass. It's as simple as that. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me. I'm on here to talk to the people that are in here for some fun, and I love it. And I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me. I haven't from day one, and it doesn't start here. So, Connor said Indy Kayla writes for them. Well, then there you go. Do you know what I mean? There you go. They have to get clicks, modern football media, said Chris. Yes, mate. We all have to get clicks. Absolutely, and I get you. I understand. Everybody's under pressure, particularly in written media. They're under massive pressure to drive traffic to the websites, to bring on advertisers. And I suppose that's the difference between somebody like us, is that we don't have that pressure. Do you know what I mean? We don't have the wage bill. We don't have all the pressures that the Echo, and by the way, I've nothing but respect for the Echo. I'm not using them in the same sentence. We just, you know what I mean? I just can't stand this two-faced bullshit in the industry. It drives me fucking demented, to be honest with you. I could, honestly, if I did a thread on Twitter one day of all the two-faced bullshit that I have actually proof of, you wouldn't believe me. You'd think I was making it up. And that's the difference between me and the rest of these fucking chancers, is that I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm going to be honest with you to a fault. Whereas these fuckers all either hide, talk about people behind their back, whiny little bitches who just haven't got the cojones to step up and say what they actually think. That's not me though, ladies and gents. I'm always going to give you my honest opinion, whether you like it or you don't like it. But one thing I won't do is play the fucking game. I've said it from day one. I've no interest in getting access to the football club. I've no interest in being a puppet for anybody. I've got no interest in being told what I can and can't say. And I've got no interest in being told who I can and can't talk down to or talk about. Which, you know, I've been told by people in this industry to know my place. Know my fucking place. I'm a 38-year-old man with a microphone and a camera, and I will say whatever the fuck I want. And if you don't like it, these nuts are the answer to that, if you don't like it, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't mean that to our viewers, by the way. Sorry, I mean that to all the people that like to come and have a pop, because I don't care. That's how it should be, Craig. Say what you think, said Anthony. I don't understand anybody who doesn't come on and say what they believe. So that's one of the things that I most admire about Goldbridge over in the United Stand, is that he doesn't give a shit. He says what's on his mind. If Mark Goldbridge has an opinion, you're going to hear about it. Whether it annoys people, whether it brings people to his channel, he gives you his opinion. And I like that about the dude. It's one of the things that I like most about Goldbridge, is that he doesn't pander to anybody. Mark Goldbridge went about doing his thing in his own unique way, and he deserves all the plaudits and all the credit that comes to him. Yeah, so look, that's just my little rant of the day, because you know I do like a little rant du jour, ladies and gentlemen. I can almost see the click, 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 click on Twitter now as people are calling me a prick, but I don't care. I'm going to keep saying the same thing. What have we got? That's what happened with the Anfield rap now, said Chris Gain. Look, I'm going to be very clear about this. The Anfield rap and Redmen TV, I've nothing but the height of respect for. They make fantastic content. Genuinely, nothing but respect for the Anfield Rap and Redmen TV. They make fucking great content. The Anfield Rap, in my humble opinion, are the best fan content in the world, bar none. I think they're exceptional at what they do. And I long had a top player subscription before I started this channel. And the only reason that I stopped with the subscription was because I just didn't have the time. But I tell you what, the stuff that they make and Redmen make, I hold my hands up and say it is nothing but high quality, fantastic content. They are absolutely not the type of people I were talking about when I was going on a rant there. They're proper football men and women. Craig, why don't you do a FIFA career mode? Because I don't play FIFA is probably the answer. United Districts come in and said clown. Mate, let me tell you a little something here. You're on my channel. You see, you've come into my channel, you sad pathetic little fuck, to have a pop at me. What does that say about you? It says that you're so fucking deprived of attention that you had to come on to an opposition channel to try and get your kicks, mate. Because I don't know, maybe your ma didn't breastfeed you. I don't know, maybe you haven't seen a pair of boobs up close. In which case, holler, I'll help you out. If you need to see them titties, Craig will help you out, mate. But come in and say clown, mate, really? Clown? How about these nuts, mate? How about that? Clown, honest to God. Imagine being that pathetic that you have to just come in and troll people because you got nothing better to do. Mate, it says so much more about you and the fact that you've got no positive stuff going on in your life that you need to be going around, who can I troll today? Little pecker out. Who can I troll? Tick, 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 tick. Oh, look, Anfield Agenda's live. Let's go on and see. Right, he's talking about this. What's the best I can come up with? Right, pressure's on. This chat's moving quick. What can I say? I know, I've got it. Genius, clown. You'll never have heard that one before. Send. I'm a fucking genius. And then, mate, we all point and go, fucking state of it, honestly. Anyway, we move on. How much for you to do a FIFA 21 career mode? There's no amount of money, mate, because I don't play computer games. Do you know what I mean? Go for the jugular, Craig, said Elijah John 5. Look, I have a simple rule. If you come into our channel and treat people with respect, I will give you that respect back, and I will forever give you that respect. But you come in and act the bollocks, and it's TTFN. Right, what have we got? I miss your goal reaction to Just Abdul. Thank you, buddy. I'm really looking forward to the Reds being back in action because I haven't been able to sing the Mo song or the Genie song or the Sadio song or the Bobby Firmino song. I haven't been able to sing them in ages and I miss singing them. So, yeah, right, there's more stuff for us to get through anyway. A little bit of talk on the Merseyside derby. So let me get this one up. The decision about where the Merseyside derby will take place on June the 21st has been delayed until Friday because the Football Safety Advisory Group needs more time to go through all the relevant documents and stuff before deciding if it's safe for it to take place at Goodison or if it has to be moved to a neutral venue. Look, I'm not going to go off on a rant about this again. You know my opinion on this one. I think we've moved on a little bit from where we were 4 or 5 weeks ago when they started to talk about football coming back. People are congregating now in parks. People are going to beaches. People are going back to shops as they open up. I think football fans should be trusted, and I think that the game should be played at Goodison, and I think that all the games remaining in the Premier League season should be played home and away as is scheduled. But that being said, it is not my decision to make, and I'm sure that on Friday this news will break, and hopefully it's going to take place at Goodison and everybody gets to play their games home and away as is scheduled. Jadon Wijnaldum. I fucking love that, man. Honestly, just flashbacks to the Barcelona game. Right, ladies and gentlemen, if anything else, about 10 more minutes on tonight's stream, so whatever it is that you want to talk about, please do let me know because this is your show. It's official, Monday, it's a rant day, said Casper. I do love ranting, mate. Let's check how close we are to 38,000 subs, ladies and gents. If you haven't yet hit that button, please do so because we'd love to do it live on the stream. Again, thank you if you're with us for the first time. Our memberships, by the way, are open. Let me just get this image back up because Connor works hard at these, so I want to get it back up. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. Let's get everyone to subscribe again. Yeah, as you can see, we are on the road to 40k. It's not quite the road to 1 million that AFTV we're on and that Mark Ulbridge is currently on, but 40k is okay for us. So look, if you do enjoy it, ladies and gentlemen, please do hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the stream as well. I know sometimes people think that I'm a little bit harsh in the old trolley poos, but here's my take on it. I didn't go looking for them. Those cunts came looking for me. And if you come looking for me on my own channel when you're that stupid and I've got a fucking microphone in front of me and I can talk far quicker than you can type, it's not going to work out too well. Why are Pickford's arms so small, said LFC Kylian. Do you know what, mate? It is a question that the great philosophers of the world have been contemplating for quite a while now. I don't know, is the honest answer, mate. I'm not intelligent enough. You probably need a Play-Doh or somebody like that to give you the answer, but I think a great philosopher once wrote, naughty, naughty, very naughty. I hope to God there are people old enough in the chat that get that reference. Connor said 10 second subscribe challenge. Subscribe in the next 10 seconds or 7 years of bad luck. And if you're an Everton fan, that's just 7 more years of being an Everton fan, basically. So, but yeah, we are getting close, ladies and gentlemen. Let me click the old button. Yes, we're not too far away. So if you are enjoying the stream, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Who's your favourite player? Bobby Firmino, mate. There's something that the cop wants you to know. He's the best in the world, he's Bobby Firmino. Our number 9. Pass him the ball and he'll score every time. Si, senor. My wife's upstairs and she's gonna fucking clatter me when this stream is over. Hey Dave, there you go, pal. Si, senors all over the stream. I love it. By the way, if you want to become a member of the channel, hit that join button and you'll get use of all those cool emojis that Dave Sweeney and LFC Fan 96 and Liverpool You Never Walk Alone, Ash and everybody else has been using on the stream tonight. It is something that's only available to our members. And also, if you've already become a member, make sure you join the Anfield Agenda Discord group because it is free. It's part of your membership, so make sure you do hit on that join button, and if you do, then go into the community tab of the Anfield Agenda YouTube channel and the link to the Discord group is in there. Craig Defo wants something tonight. No, I just got a bit of sun. Look, can you not see the sunburn across my face? Sun makes me happy, mate. Easy good, easy good. Ah, he's having easy good. Dave got it, good man. Starting a singing channel, yeah. It's just going to be Craig's karaoke. That's what's going to be happening now. You're going to tune in tomorrow. We're going to get you with a big clickbaity headline. And then you'll come in and I'll be just here singing. And I will always love you. That's what's going to happen. That's what tomorrow's stream's going to be. It's going to be karaoke with Craig. A guy was walking through the woods one day. He spotted an Everton season ticket nailed against a tree. He took the nail. Brilliant. Oh. Craig, are you active on Twitter lately? No, mate. I've given up. I'm not going near social media anymore. Me and Twitter, we've officially broken up. I think it's fair to say. Connor's going to be tweeting on the Anfield Agenda Twitter account, but I just don't need the negativity, mate. When I go onto Twitter, I get angry. And look, I've said this loads of times. I've met some of the nicest people I've ever met on Twitter, but I've also seen some absolute fucking thunder cunts on there as well. Craig's hype today. I'm in great form today, ladies and gentlemen. I wish I could go on and do this stream for another hour because, I mean, I could go through, I could just get up here on YouTube and just get up the lyrics to, I don't know, any song that you want. Oh, by the way, we do have an interview that's going to be coming out. Somebody said to me earlier on, any collaborations right coming up. Connor is working on some editing right now. We actually did do an interview. We did an interview a week ago today with Jamie Webster, who has a new album coming out, We Get By. It's coming out August 21st on Modern Sky. Yeah, make sure to keep an eye out because that interview will probably go live over the next week to 10 days. Not to put Connor under any pressure, but TikTok, bitch, TikTok. And now that I've let the cat out of the bag, he doesn't like when I do this. But yes, we did interview Jamie Webster last Monday. It was lovely to have a chat with him. It was a really interesting chat actually about where he gets the inspiration for his music. There's something I don't want to give away in there that it's worth watching it just for this little segment, let me put it that way. And we did some quick fire questions with Jamie as well. And look, we all love Jamie Webster, don't we? So Craig, are you on Instagram? Yes, we are indeed, Scotty, and I do add to the Instagram story and I do some Instagram live from time to time as well. If you want to give us a follow on Instagram or on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen, it's just Anfield Agenda, straightforward, nice and simple, at Anfield Agenda. How did I get the Keita shirt? The signed Keita shirt. The club sent it over from my young lad, mate, because there was some issues with shirts that didn't arrive and were late and stuff, and it happened a few times a few years in a row. And to be fair, the club were fantastic about it and sent Lucas over that framed that Keita shirt as a as a gift, put it that way. I don't want to say an apology, just as a gift, and it was very, very kind of them indeed, and it takes pride of place in our living room. Lucas loves it, and yeah, it's class. What have we got? 80 Tom said, or 8 Tom, excuse me, John Aldridge is the best player and supporter ever. John Aldridge is a damn legend, for sure. He's somebody, if anybody has an in with John Aldridge, he is one person I would love to interview on this channel. I've said it time again, himself and Jamie Carragher. Look, Carragher is not going to happen, but John Aldridge, I would absolutely love to sit down with John Aldridge, hopefully in person sometime, and do an interview, because you get honesty. I don't want to say I see a bit of myself in John Aldridge, because I fucking wish, you know what I mean? But I love his honesty. I've always admired the honesty that exudes from John Aldridge. So yeah, I'd love to have an interview with Aldo. What else have we got? When are the watch-alongs start the subs and go through the roof, said Elijah John 5. Yeah, I think we'll probably start doing some La Liga watch-alongs when that starts back. That's going to start from Thursday, I think, with the Betis Sevilla derby. Not sure yet if we'll do that game, but I will do a La Liga game over the weekend, and of course we'll be covering Manchester City against Arsenal as well in the Premier League, because that does have ramifications for the Reds. So yeah, we'll do that one as well. But yeah, the games are going to come thick and fast, and make sure that if you're going to join us for watch-alongs, by the way, make sure that you download the Hot Mic app. It's a fantastic app. I'm on there, the Anfield Rapper on there, Mark Goldbridge is on there, Claude and the Bansters are on there. If you don't know who Claude is, it's Claude from AFTV. And there's loads of your favourite football content creators on there. The Hot Mic app is available to download absolutely free, and it's available to use absolutely free. Whether you're on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, just search for Hot Mic, HOTMIC, and as you can see going across the screen right there now, use the welcome code Anfield, all capital letters, when you sign up. And give us a follow on there as well. It is a great app, and the beauty of the app is that it allows you to sync up my match commentary or Mark's match commentary or whoever's match commentary you fancy listening to direct with how you're watching the game on your television. It works through sound bars. It's class. We're getting close. Connor said we only need 90 more subscribers as well to get to 38k, so if you haven't yet hit that button, please do so. What have we got? Hi Craig, big fan. That freaks me out. Not you, mate. Sorry. That came out wrong, mate. Thank you for the kind words firstly, but people saying fan, I don't, yeah, it's weird, because I don't consider myself anything other than a football fan. So when people say I'm a fan of the show or a fan of what you guys do, it's very humbling and it means a lot to us, but don't ever think of us as anything other than the same as all of you guys, because that's all we are. We're just football fans. We're not pundits, we're not professionals, we're just fans that like to come on, talk to other fans about football and have a bit of fun along the way. The guys on Claude's channel gave you and Connor a lot of praise last night, said Elijah John 5. Look, we were very friendly with Claude, Diesel and Terry, the guys on Claude's channel. Massive fans of what they do as well, and there'll probably be a lot more collaborations between us going forward. They're a really good bunch of people, and it's been a pleasure getting to know Claude, Diesel and Terry over the past couple of months, really. Yeah, it's been class. And you heard me earlier on going on about people in the industry who are a little bit two-faced, a little bit snidey. There are some fucking fantastic people in the industry as well. I mean, I've been blessed to get to know Mark. I've been blessed to get to know Claude, Terry, Diesel. Expressions is one of my favourite people in the world. I mean, who doesn't love Expressions? I've gotten to do stuff with Troops from AFTV, and Troops is an absolute fucking superstar. Really lovely fella. Had great fun recording with him. Yeah, just loads of people. So when you heard me ranting earlier on, there are some amazing people in this industry as well, and there are people that I'm happy to talk about, because I don't like to name people when I'm being negative, because I don't want to give them the fucking attention, if you know what I mean. But I'm happy to name people who I see positively or who've been positive towards us, and yeah, they're just some great people who I've had the pleasure of recording stuff with. Seeing the Blue Shites new sponsor, said Rodney. I remember it was some car hire company or something, wasn't it? I don't even know the name of them. Carzax or Carzoo or something along those lines. I don't know what they're called, but yes, I did see, mate, that they had a new sponsor, and tickety boo for them. Barcelona want Trent Alexander-Arnold. They can keep dreaming. yeah, then look, mate. Firstly, they couldn't afford Trent Alexander-Arnold, and secondly, there's no way that Trent's gonna leave Liverpool Football Club, mate. He absolutely loves it here. Elijah John 5 said Claude is as honest as the day is long. He gives credit where it's due. A true football fan. I agree with everything you've said, and he is a proper gent, is Claude. When he plays at Anfield for Chelsea, Timo Werner will realise what a mistake he's made. Said A. Tom, go on, 2 foot, mate. I love it. Some second-hand car dealers, said Brian Morrissey. Oh, could it get any more fucking banter-filled? Oh, our new sponsors are second-hand car dealers. WeBuyAnyCar.com. They fucking wish it was We Buy Any Car. Right, look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call that one a night. We'll be back tomorrow with another stream. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up as well. If you're watching this on playback, I'd love to know your thoughts on anything we spoke about in the comment section below. Again, don't forget to download the Hot Mic app. There is a link in the description of this stream. Put in the code Anfield, all capital letters when you do so. That's where we'll be doing our watch-alongs as well moving forward. So please do check that out. Look, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a real pleasure again to be on here chatting with you guys. Wherever you're watching in the world, I hope a couple of things. One, I hope that the sun is shining wherever you are. I hope that you, your family and all of your loved ones are keeping safe and stay safe. It is always a pleasure to chat to you guys. I'll be back tomorrow. Hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, turn those notifications on, and as always, up the motherfucking red. Love to each and every one of you.